that you compete with us and face tariffs.
President Trump's latest tariffs on U.S. imports are raising tariffs to levels not seen in nearly a century. Tariffs on Canadian goods start at a minimum of 35% unless they are compliant with the terms of the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. In that case, they face no tariffs. But Canadian officials are set to ramp up trade with other partners, they say. A new CNBC survey reveals most Americans are not on board with all these tariffs.
The survey also suggests that Americans are not feeling optimistic about the economy in general. Meanwhile, the president says jobs numbers are on the rise after his new tariffs kicked in. With more from our nation's capital, here's Jay Gray.
A full day in, and President Trump celebrating his tariff plan. Import fees on more than 90 countries now set at between 10 and 50%.
We have a country that's the hottest country right now anywhere in the world.
But feeling the heat, perhaps the most right now, consumers.
They're going to hit us very hard.
And business owners.
It doesn't feel like you're standing on solid ground. It's hard to make decisions.
A new CNBC poll evidence of that concern. With prices climbing, the president's approval numbers are falling on the economy, tariffs, and cost of living.
They're concerned that inflation is rising faster than their incomes. They are negative on tariffs by a 45 to 51, and they see tariffs as hurting workers and raising prices.
With the new tariffs now in place and more on microchips, semiconductors, and pharmaceuticals likely on the way, today, another deadline from the White House. The president threatening to increase economic sanctions on Russia if Vladimir Putin doesn't call for a ceasefire in his war with Ukraine by midnight.
Now it's going to be up to him. We're going to see what he has to say. It's going to be up to him.
Talks between the White House and Kremlin clearly intensifying ahead of what sources say could be a face-to-face meeting between the leaders as early as next week. Now, both presidents say they are open to talks, and sooner rather than later, if it does happen, it would be the first time a U.S. and Russian president have sat down face-to-face since President Biden's Geneva summit with Putin more than 4 years ago. Jay Gray, NBC News, Washington.